What's going on, y'all? Footwear Fabian. We're actually back on a new channel. This is going to be more so channel to where I can speak to things, motivational content, inspirational content, uplifting content. Remember that there's power in the tongue. Always speak positivity and speak positively. Good affirmations over yourself and the people in your surrounding circle. So as you can see by the title, man, today we're getting right into the topic of nothing is ever what it seems. Nothing is ever what it seems, man. Don't always assume that things that are presented your way or presented to you are exactly as they are. Now, a lot of folks may not tap in, tune into this content or tune into this message because I'm speaking from a spiritual standpoint, right? I know and believe and understand that we are spiritual beings first, right? And then the physical comes after the fact, on the latter end. With that being said, that's where a majority of this understanding comes from, right? So nothing is ever what it seems in terms of face value. And this can be broken up in various forms and contexts, just off the basis of things are naturally happening around you. Someone else's perspective may not be your perspective. If somebody does something to you, right, there's always that cause and effect, but there's always like a root to the cause, which is the why behind the why, the meaning behind things, right? And I was having this conversation the other day, and just to keep it very general, speaking with a family member, kind of talking about maybe a situation that they're going through, and them just running off of assumptions, thinking things are happening or are manifesting a certain way due to this one reason. But, a lot of folks are able to take a few steps backward and look at a bigger picture, a wider scheme, and in the sense of there's always a root to everything. Just because something occurs doesn't mean that it's occurring for that specific reason. One, it could be a test from our Heavenly Father above, right? Sometimes we're set tests, trials, and tribulations in life in order to build character, mold us, for us to overcome and just grow in general. Sometimes a friend may lash out or act a certain way, not because they dislike you, it's not about you, but they're going through something mental or personal at that specific point in time. You may lose your job, not because they don't like you, but the company can't afford to maintain another salary, an additional employee's salary. There's always a reason behind the reason. I think us as human beings and people, once we understand and learn how to peel back the layers, there'll be a natural heightened wisdom, and ability to discern things. I always pray for wisdom and discernment, and I believe God has blessed me with those things, and you can be blessed with those things as well, right? Seeking you shall find, knocking the door shall be open, Ask and answers will be provided, And with that being said, throughout my time, I've learned to always question things. And a lot of people say questioning things isn't always good. You shouldn't always question everything. But I think in questioning things, you get a grander understanding. And in understanding not to take things for what they are, you're able to kind of dictate and control your emotions a little bit better. I'm familiar with people that short fuse, something happens, they go off on the deep end without any real context, reason as to why things happen. Somebody could play a joke on you, say, let's hypothetically speak and say your boss plays a joke on you, hey man, you fired. This is kind of it's a hypothetical. That'd be a wild joke, right? Hey man, you fired. But let's say you're not really fired. It's just a joke. You go off on the deep end, you crash out, you break everything in your boss's office. You hit the company floor, you destroy, assets and accessories that belong to the company for you to come to find out it was April Fool's joke. You see what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't let the dust settle before they just turn up and cause commotion and go wild and crazy. And I've never really been one. I have been one. Let me take those words back. I have been one to be like that in my earlier days. But I thank God that I've gone through certain situations that have taught me to not respond in that manner all the time. Sometimes, man, things happen, you know, and when they're crazy things, things that are very wild or to the utmost extent, yes, you probably will crash out, you know what I mean, just depending on what the situation is. Sometimes we don't allow ourselves to even process these things. We just, you know, full blown just go out, do what we need to do, get mad, get angry, let emotions get the best of us. Now, I say all that to say, taking it back to just don't take things for how they are. You know, me, as I've learned to become more spiritually inclined, pray more, read the word more, ask questions of God so that he can take me on journeys and guide me and develop me and teach me things, you know, give me wisdom and understanding. That's partly what I've learned. I think it's a big thing, man, because in life, life's naturally gonna always throw you curveballs. Life is that way. We live in a very fallen and a broken world. And if you were gonna get angry, get upset about everything that happened to you, man, who knows where you would be, right? Because at that point, you probably crash out to the full extent to where maybe you be locked up dead, you know, who knows, in jail, like I just said. So with that being said is, you know, once you learn how to peel back the layers and gain understanding on things, that's how you can kind of gain deeper insight. And people in the world don't like to be honest naturally. You know what I mean? So people may lie to you about things, and that's why people say the greatest salesmen are people that ask questions. You know, hey, I want to sell you this product. Do you want to buy it? No. Okay. Have a nice day. Those are bad salesmen. A good salesman is going to understand why. Well, why don't you want to buy it? Well, I don't got the money. Well, why don't you got the money? Well, I'm going through this. You know what I'm saying? You see how more things are revealed the more you probe? And that's kind of something that you can bring into various situations and facets in life, man. So with that being said, always be one to ask questions, gain understanding, and I think that naturally develops empathy. You know, sympathizing is just feeling sorry for somebody. Empathizing is being able to put yourself in that person's shoes and understand where they're coming from, right? Instead of just, you know, giving somebody a pat on the back, feeling sorry for them without trying to understand the struggle, where they stand, walking a mile, you know, a few steps in their shoes. So it's definitely something that I don't think people take enough time to do nowadays, because we're living in such a fast-paced world, a fast-paced society, to where people just doing their own thing. They're not really worried or want to have general insight onto a reasoning or, hey, why is he going through that? What's he even going through? Is there a way I can help? Because we live in such a selfish world, a selfish time, to where more and more people are gravitating more towards self-centeredness. And, you know, I think putting people before you is the true gift in life, and that's the true reward. A lot of people say people feel wholesome, feel rewarded when they give or they do for others. And I think once that narrative is flipped and switched, you know, the mentality and the extent of which we can do things as a people combined will be limitless and endless. And I don't think a lot of people really focus on that. But me, even in my age now, I've gotten that understanding, and I'm trying to be more and more selfless. You know, do for others, give to others, pay attention to what people are saying. And I'm starting to realize that people like to talk to me, you know what I'm saying? Not to, you know, put myself on a pedestal, but at times I didn't really see why people would come to me with their problems and stuff and try to talk to me about things. But now I understand that if somebody's coming to you with their problems and they feel like they can talk to you about things, that you're a person that they know they can confide in. You're a person that they can come to for maybe words of upliftment. You're a person that they can come to listen, that can hear them out, give them sound advice. So that's just me kind of taking it in the grand scheme of things. But I would encourage folks out there to actually ask questions, to gain understanding, to look behind the rhyme and the reason. Just to put yourself in a position of, I don't want to say like an advantageous position, but it does put you above. It does put you on a scale of kind of looking at things from a bird's eye view, man. You get a holistic picture. Always look to probe, find reasoning, find the depths beyond and the mysteries beyond things, man. And I think that holistically, in a full circle of things, it'll naturally just make life better for you, make understanding of situations better, how you respond to things better, have better control of your emotions. Because if you really look at situations that happen in your life and you actually take some time to reflect, you know things happen for a specific reason, but there was always something behind that. So I encourage y'all out there, man, always look at the why behind the why. Never take things for face value. Never, nothing is ever as it seems in life. You know what I mean? And a big thing and just a takeaway in terms of the reality of the world we live in isn't just to live and to die. Isn't just to work a 9 to 5 and make a living and take vacations. Use your PTO to take vacations. There's depths behind life. There's depths behind the fact that, you know, faith and spirituality even exist. People don't even believe that we're 4-dimensional beings. People think we're just 3-dimensional. You know, there's so many dimensions, so many things that have, you know, I would even say an abyss of depth behind, man. You know, it's like deep as the depths of the sea. So even in that context, man, it isn't what it seems. Life is not what it seems. We're not here just to, you know, dilly-dally. You know, we're here to make a difference, make a change. And some people, you know, take that up. Other people let it slide and, you know, kind of backslide and just sit around doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts. I could talk about this topic to the full extent. But I want to specifically focus on keeping these videos around 10 minutes or so. I'm not even sure how long we've been recording for so far. But with that being said, comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, unsubscribe if you thought this channel was going to be something else and this is too deep for you. And this is a conversation of topics you wouldn't even talk about, man. So, well, you know, I've started to focus on consolidating all my creations, my topics, talking points, things I want to do on this platform of YouTube, you know, separating them into different channels. So with that being said, man, peace, love, prosperity. God bless everybody, man. We'll see you on the next video, man. We out.